Okay. How do you dare come roaring into this court? Are you gone daft, Corey? You are not Boston Judge yet, Harthen. You not call me daft. Who is this man? I am asked the question. I am old enough to answer it. Number 2. Oh, well, this one's pretty easy. And 72 condemned to hang by that signature? Excellency, I never thought I would say such a mighty judge, but you are deceived. She would like to speak to Deputy Governor. Okay. She would like to speak to Deputy Governor. She has been striving with her soul all week, Your Honor. She comes to tell the truth to you. Who is this? John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife. I think you must hear the girl, sir. Peace. What would you tell us, Mary Warren? She never saw no spirits, sir. Never saw no spirits. Never. She has signed the disposition, so no, I cannot accept no disposition. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, were you there when anyone told the story to the village? We have not. I pray you, Mr. Paris, do you know, Mr. Proctor, that the entire opinion on the state government and the strabba-dabba-dibba having through these children? I know that, sir. And, oh wait, do I need to, oh no, okay, we're good. Okay. Oh, what? Fuck you, game. Not game. A year is long. What do you say, sir? It is done now. Will you drop this charge? I cannot. Then your ultimate purpose is somewhat larger. These are my friends. Their wives are also... How many names are here? 91, Your Excellency. Mr. Cheever, have warrants draw more of these. Arrest them for examination. Now, mister, what other information do you have for us? I gave them all my word that no harm would come to them for signing this. Is every defense an attack upon the court? We know this already. Sir, she swears that she has never saw Satan, nor any spirits, or that Satan was sent to hurt her. And she declares her friends are lying now. Her disposition, Mr. Proctor. Mr. Paris, I bid you silent. Sit down, Mr. Proctor. You sit there. And then I bid silent for a while. It is not a child, sir. Now hear me, sir. In the sight of congregation, she was twice this year put out of the meeting house for laughing during prayer. What is this? Laughing during prayer? Aye. Now that she has stolen and goes to hang people. Aye, Mr. Proctor. Abigail led the girls to the woods, Your Honor, and they have danced there naked. Mr. Paris discovered the bodies dead at night. Mr. Paris? You discovered them dancing in the woods? Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me that. Do you deny it, Mr. Paris? But she has danced? That were pretense, sir. Then can you pretend to faint now? Now? Faint? I cannot faint now, sir. Can you not pretend it? I have no sense of it now. Might it be that there are no afflicting spirits loose, but in the courtroom there were some. I never saw no spirits. It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits. Thought you saw them? But I did not, Your Honor. How could you think you saw them unless you saw them? I cannot tell you how, but I did. I heard them and the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and it was some sort of beginning, sir, and the whole cried out, spirits, spirits, and I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only saw them, but I did not. Sure. Oops. Abigail Williams, I bid you now search with your heart. Tell this. And then oh yeah, and then it's, you're the devil's man. Oh yeah, okay. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Mary, you're the devil's man! Mary, how? I will not hang with you. I love God. I love God. He bids you do the devil's work. He comes to me at night every day to sign what? My name. He wants my name. I'll murder you, he says. What are you? Are you combined with Antichrist? Are you not? I have seen your power, mister, and you will not deny it. This is not witchcraft. Those girls are frauds. You condemn an honest man. I will have nothing for you. Mr. Hale, will you confess yourself befooled with hell, or do you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you? I say, God is dead! A fire is burning. I hear boots of Lucifer. Vanished? Aye. Abigail has run off with 31 pound. I'm penniless. Excellency. Oh, fuck. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, let's take it from the top. Vanished? Mr. Paris, you are a brainless man. Then Proctor must confess. What do you say? Accept my congratulations, Reverend Hale. We are gladdened to see you return from good work. His wife must be well on with the child now. She is, sir. What think you, Mr. Paris? Do you have closer knowledge of this man? Might her presence soften him? Fetch Goody Proctor to me, then let you bring him up. Why, it's all simple. I come to do the devil's work, as you say. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head? Pray, be at your ease. We come not for your life, Mr. Hale. Did you ever see anyone with the devil? No, I did not. Let him sign it, Excellency. It is enough that he confess himself. It is a weighty name, sir. Oh, fuck. Okay, we'll read. No, we won't. Yeah, we'll redo that, actually. Did you ever see anyone with the devil? No, I did not. Let him sign it, Excellency. This is enough that he confesses himself. Let him sign and be done with it, for God's sake. No, you have seen me sign it. You need none of this. Damn the village! Is there any good? There is no good petition, but it be made public. You get the idea. Give them no tear. Show honor now. Show a stony heart and sink them with it. Who weeps for these weeps for corruption. Take them. Go to him! Fuck! I keep saying my own line. You get the idea. And then Paris Coombs on the stage left. Just for you. My Betty be hearty soon? My Betty not gonna die. Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here from the doctor's Griggs. Come in, Susanna. He bid me to come and tell you that he's not discovered any medicine for it in his books. Aye, sir. He said he's been searching his books since he left you, sir. But he bid me tell you that you might want to look to unnatural things for the cause of it. Aye, sir. He bid me tell you. Speak nothing of it in the village. Aye, sir. I pray for her. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you best go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people. Uncle, we did dance. Let you tell them I confessed it, and I'll be whipped if I must. But they're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witched. We did dance, Uncle, and when you leapt out of the bushes so suddenly, Betty was frightened, and then she fainted like there was... And that was the whole of it. I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly. But we never conjured spirits. I have heard of it, Uncle. I think so, sir. It were sport, Uncle! She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance. A dress? No one was naked! You mistake yourself, Uncle. There is nothing more, I swear it, Uncle. Why, I'm sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name. She hates me, Uncle. She must, for I would not be her slave. It is a bitter woman, a lying, cold, sniveling woman, and I will not work for such a woman. They want slaves, not such as I. My name be good in the village. I have not said it. I will not have my name be said it's soiled. Goody Proctor is a gossiping liar. It is a marvel. It's surely a stroke of hell upon you. How high did she fly? How high? Why, surely she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn, and come down as light as a bird, he said. Why, her eyes is closed. Look you, Anne. Why, that's strange. Ours is open. I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. It's the devil's driving them into them, forked and hooved. She never waked this morning, but her eyes are open, but she sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely. They say you've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly. He found a witch in Beverly last year. No witchcraft. Now look you, Mr. Paris. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying in the hand of these children. Anne, tell Mr. Paris what you have done. 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. Believe me, sir, I've never saw more hardy babies born, and yet each would wither away in my arms the very night of their birth. And now, this year, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become this year, and shivers like a sucking mouth were pulling on her life too. And so I thought to send her to your Tituba. Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris. I take it on my soul. But who else may surely tell what person murdered my babies? They were murdered, Mr. Paris. And mark this proof, mark it! Last night when Ruth, ever so close to their little spirits, I know it, sir, for how fuck she struck dumb now, except for the power of darkness would stop her mouth. It's a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris. Don't you understand it, sir? There is murdering witchcraft among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make what it will, you cannot blink it more. No, sir, Tituba and Ruth. You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Declare it yourself. You have discovered witchcraft. Your pardons. I only thought to see how Betty is. Why aren't you home? Who's with Ruth? Her grandma come. She has improved a little. She gave a powerful sneeze before. It were a grand sneeze. Another one just like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure. Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down and Surely you'll pray with them. Mercy, you go home to Ruth, understood? Yes, ma'am. Hey, and then I fucking vanish, and and I'm gone. We good? We recording? Hell yeah. You loved me, John Proctor, and whatever sin it is, you loved me yet. Betty? What's she doing? Girl, what ails you? Stop that wailing! I got a freaking text message. Okay. She heard you singing, and suddenly she's up and screaming. The psalm! The psalm! She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. Mark it for a sign. Mark it. There is a notorious sign of witchcraft afoot, goody nurse, and a prodigious sign. My mother told me that. When we cannot bear to hear the name of... There is a hard sickness here, Giles Corey, so please keep the quiet. I've not said a word. No one can testify that I've said a word. Is she going to fly again? I heard she flies. Man, be quiet now. What have you done? Goody nurse, will you go to my Ruth and see if she can wake her? Aye, that is the truth of it, Rebecca. There is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. Rebecca, she cannot eat. Perhaps she is not hungry yet. I hope you are not decide to go search for loose spirits, Mr. Paris. I've heard a promise of that outside. Then let you come out and call them wrong. There be children dying in the village, mister. I see none here. You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this community, not by acreage. I never heard you so worried about this, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at Sabbath meeting since snow flew. I have trouble enough without I come 5 miles to hear him preach only hellfire and bloody damnation. Take it to heart, Mr. Paris. There are many others who stay away from the church these days because you hardly even mention God's name anymore. It is somewhat true. There are many that I don't know and wish to bring their children. Are there really those unmindful? Can you speak 1 minute without landing? Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell again? I am sick of hell. May I speak my heart, I think? My followers? Against you? Against him in all authority. Why then, I must protect it and join it. I like not the smell of this authority. No, you cannot break charity with your minister. You are another kind, John. Clasp his hands. Make your peace. I have a crop to sow and lumber to drag home. Pray you, someone take these. They must be. They're weighted with authority. We shall need hard sturdy if it comes tracking down to the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse? I am, sir. Do you know me? It is strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We should have all heard of your great charities in Beverly. Putnam, I did not expect to see such distinguished company, sir. It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We are looking for you to come to our house and save our child. Your child ails too? Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps and yet she walks. She cannot eat. Cannot eat? Have you men have afflicted children? He don't believe in witches. I never spoke on witches one way or another. Will you go with me, Giles? No, John, I think not. I have some few queer questions of my own I'd like to ask this fellow. I've heard you be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I hope you'll leave some of it in Salem. Fucking dogs. Tries to fly? She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That is a sure sign of witchcraft afloat. No. Now let me instruct you, we cannot look to superstition in this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone, and I must tell you that I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me, if I should find no bruises of hell upon her. Good then. Now, sir, what were your first warnings of this strangeness? You permit dancing? Mr. Paris slaves as knowledge of conjure, sir. I know it, sir. I sent my child to see if she could learn from Tituba, who murdered her sister. Will you hurt the child, sir? I cannot tell. If she is surely in the devil's grip, we will have to rip and tear her free. I think I'll go then. I'm too old for this. I go to God for you, sir. I wish I knew. Come, Mr. Hale, let's put on. Sit you here. Does someone afflict you, child? It needs not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Perhaps a bird, invisible to others, come to you. Perhaps a pig, or any beast at all. Is there some sort of figure that bids you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth su figurabicipa in infernos. Abigail, what sort of dancing did you do with her in the forest? Why, common dancing, that is all. That were only soup. Soup? And what sort of soup was in the kettle, Abigail? Why, it were beans and lentils, I think, and Mr. Paris, did you not notice, did you? Any living thing in the kettle? A mouse, perhaps, a spider, a frog. That frog jumped in, and we never put it in! Abigail, your cousin may be dying. Did you call the devil last night? I never called him. Tituba called him. I should like to speak with Tituba. How did she call him? I don't know. She spoke Barbados. A good girl. I did drink from the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it. Abby. Whoop. She made me drink blood. My baby's blood? No, no, chicken blood. I give she chicken blood. Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil? No, no, sir, I do not truck with the devil. Why is she not wake? Are you silencing this child? I love me Betty, and you have sent your spirits upon this child, have you not? Are you gathered souls for the devil? She sends her spirits on me in the church. She makes me laugh at prayer. She comes to me every night and go to drink blood. You beg me to conjure, Abby. She beg me charm. She comes to me while I sleep. She's always making a dream corruptions. Abby! I always hear her laugh in my sleep. I hear her singing Barbados songs and tempting me with it. Mr. Reverend, I never, when you compact with the devil, I do not compact with no devil. But open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you. Oh, bless the Lord. When the devil comes, do you see anyone with any person? Perhaps a person in the village. Someone you know. Someone who came with the devil. 2, 3, 4. How many? There were 4. There were 4. Oh, how many times did he bid me to kill you, Mr. Paris? He said, Mr. Paris must be killed, Mr. Paris no goodly man, Mr. Paris and no good gentle man. And he bid me to rise out of bed and cut your throat. I tell him, no, I do not hate that man, I do not want to kill that man. But he said, you work for me, Tituba, and you are free. I give you pretty dress to wear, and you put up high ups in the air, and you gone fly back to Barbados. And I say, you lie, devil, you lie. And then he comes to me one stormy night, and he says, look, I have white people belong to me. And I look, and there was Goody Good. I, sir, and Goody Osborne. I knew it! In his book, I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil. The marshal, call the marshal. Glory to God, it is broken, they are free. I saw Martha Bellows with the devil.